The girl had a special ability. She could switch her state whenever she wanted. But once she entered her at-home mode, she would instantly turn into a lazy shut-in who relied on her brother for everything, even needing him to feed her. Yet the moment she stepped outside, she would transform into a perfect, beloved girl, always ready to help others, respectful to elders, and caring toward children, exactly the other people's kid that adults praised. She scored full marks on every exam. In swimming class, she easily beat members of the school team. And she had an amazing talent for music. Her teacher would even shed tears of emotion while listening to her play the piano. But as soon as she got home, all these glowing traits would collapse in an instant. It wasn't until later that the truth came out. Her swimming skills were actually honed by furiously tapping the keyboard while playing video games. And her proficiency at the piano also came from gaming, since it trained her reflexes and hand speed. One evening during dinner, the girl suddenly remembered it was the release day of her favorite comic. She asked her brother to go to the convenience store to buy it for her. But her brother was already exhausted after a long day at work. He insisted she buy it herself the next day on her way to school. However, at school, she was seen as a refined young lady, and she never wanted anyone to find out that she was actually a total shut-in at home. When her brother refused, she immediately pouted, jumped onto the bed, and threw a tantrum by rolling around in protest. Her brother looked at her helplessly, and as he thought back on the past 2 years, he suddenly realized it was his overindulgence that had spoiled her into this state. If things went on like this, she would never be able to adapt to society in the future. The girl herself also felt confused. Usually, whenever she used this trick, her brother would give in right away, but this time, it seemed to have no effect. So she switched tactics. First, she tried cooing and acting cute. When that didn't work, she burst into loud sobs. Her crying was so heart-wrenching that it tugged at one's heartstrings. This emotional attack tormented her brother deeply. Fearing that the neighbors might hear the noise, he had no choice but to give in, going out to buy the comic for her. Before leaving, he seriously told her, "This is the last time. You have to learn to be more sensible." However, the girl first mumbled an apology, then immediately changed the subject. "Since you're already going to the convenience store, why didn't you bring back some potato chips too?"